Hi, my name is Judy, and I'm making this video because Chrysler is telling me that my car is normal. I bought my car in December 1st. 20 days later, I have this creaking noise in the steering wheel of my car. Of course, as a new car, it's not supposed to be making any noise. And I understand that sometimes there are malfunctions in the car. So I go to take it in. Chrysler tells me that there is a strut mount bushing defect in my car. Mind you, this is a brand new 2015, straight off the lot. I go to Chrysler and I'm asking, you know what, I really don't want this problem. Is it probably, can I have a new car? They said no. Well, can you buy back this car? They're saying absolutely not. So I go ahead and get the car fixed. Mind you, 2 days later, the car is not fixed, and Chrysler had my car for almost 30 days. Mind you, they're thinking they're doing me a favor by doing all the stuff that they did if I was to rent a car. But guess what? This is under warranty anyway. I get my car back, same noise. Take it to the original people who bought it for me, and they're telling me, yeah, the strut mounts are bad on them. Let's order them. Mind you, they order the parts, and they're on national back order. That means I have to wait for the parts to come in. I'm dealing with two different Chrysler stations, servants, and both of them are telling me the same thing. Oh, they're both on back order. Then the louder the noise gets, the more concerned I get. I'm calling Chrysler to tell them, you know what, I really am uncomfortable with this car. Chrysler is telling me, you know what, don't worry, it's not a safety issue. You know, the car is fine. But I didn't buy a $20,000 car for the car to be just fine. Went to the dealer to get my car serviced, and it was interesting. They had this sign in the middle of the car dealer shop. And the sign says, the new 2015 Chrysler is a massive leap in the right direction for Chrysler. And this is per Motor Trend. And then it says, the 200 is so good that it will forever change the way you think of Chrysler, and it will have you questioning the feature prominence and performance of every other mid-sized car on the road. Now that sounds like Chrysler is trying to back up their product. But guess what? I'm telling them their product is defective, and they're refusing to believe that. I've dealt with corporate, and corporate says, you don't meet criteria for us to buy back the car. But yet we'll just keep trying to find out what's wrong with the car. I took the car in for 2 weeks ago, and now the original people who said that the car was defective as far as the strut mounts are now telling me, oh no, we pulled 2 cars off the lot, and guess what? We hear that noise in the car slightly. That means mine is louder than that, and eventually it will get louder, but that's just the make of the car. Get used to it. I told Chrysler, this is unacceptable. Your car is only as good as your customers say. And if they need to go back to the drawing board to get it right, then that's what they do. But they must admit there is something wrong with the car. It might not be a safety issue for them, but guess what? If I have this car for 5 to 6 years, it's going to be an issue for me. So once again, I asked them, can I have another car that does not make noise? But they already told me all the rest of the cars make noise. That's just the make of the car. That's just what Chrysler is doing, is making cars with noise. And you're just going to have to get used to it. So I'm making this video to find out, does anybody have any other problems with their 200? Noise or anything other than the dynamics, because Chrysler is priding themselves on the make and the dynamics of how the car looks on the inside. And they're telling me it doesn't matter how it looks, it runs on the outside, it still looks good. And I want to know from anybody, hit me up on this video and let me know. I'm going to post it on Chrysler. I'm going to post it on Facebook. I'm going to let everybody know, guess what? Chrysler is coming down from their quality because they're saying if you want a hoopty, even if you don't want a hoopty, guess what? You're going to get one. So I want to know if anybody's having the same situation. So please hit this video back. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your comments are. And you know what? Maybe we can send them to Chrysler. I've already talked to them. I've said what I was going to say, and they told me I don't meet the criteria of it being a lemon. I don't meet the criteria. Just keep fixing it. And hopefully the noise will get louder. This is what they're saying. Then we can pinpoint the problem. I said, there is no way. Took the car to an outside source, another mechanic that had nothing to do with Chrysler. Would you know that they found the problem immediately? I mean, he had to lift the car up to find it, but almost immediately they heard it. It's coming from this. And they wrote it up, everything on a piece of paper, so Chrysler can find where that noise was coming from. I took the paper back to Chrysler, the people who said they're going to work on my car the second time next week on the 27th. They looked at the paper, kind of shoved their shoulders and shoved it aside and said, you know what, we can't do this. This is an outside person. We don't know who they are. Never taken in consideration, guess what? You guys have a problem. And just because I'm saying it and somebody else is saying, you need to take this into consideration. So I gave them a copy of the paper, and I'm going to make sure that they definitely will look at this problem, because if one mechanic found it almost immediately and Chrysler's had it for 4 months now, guess what? There has to be something that's said and done about people being treated like this. So hit me up on this video. Thank you. Bye.